Teaching literacy and using information is something that the students of today will need to know. And where do they get information? They get it from talking to the older people. They get it talking and through the computer. They get it through their phones. They get it in images. They get it everywhere. So what is it, and how they use it, they have to inquire. They have to think critically. They have to draw conclusions. They have to create new knowledge and share their knowledge with the world and the participants. And they have to use it ethically. You know, they have to be able to participate ethically with the use of knowledge and the demographic and the democratic society. So the student's assignment is going to be to gather information about themselves or about a family name or origin. And then they can do it in a couple different ways. They should research first the ancestry, then interview grandparents and elders, and gather images, take notes, and list things, pros and cons. And then students will put together a visual story, and they will compare the way that their ancestors communicated as to the way we communicate, and they'll evaluate that and decide the ethical responsibilities, and the ethical responsibilities of their grandparents and the ethical responsibilities of today, and whether they're different. All these findings will be put into either a PowerPoint or a movie. The movie could be iMovie or Movie Maker is what we have in our school for the students to use. And they'll be doing this in groups of 2 or 3. There's a deep need for the sharing of knowledge. The independent student will be responsible for making a short profile about themselves. They will put it in a blog, and they will create the digital story. They could even find a relative or a friend of a family that lives in a different country or a different state and share the information with them. So there is a deep need for the navigation. To navigate the informational world takes practice, and it takes an efficacy to use it successfully. And the sharing has to stay, it can't stay just within one person. It would have to be global or state, and it needs to be shared, the assignment. We have great minds, and we have the ability to research and synthesize information, and we need to now create with the new findings. So here is one example that I did for a class that I had, and it's kind of interesting because if you click on these things here, you can see it'll bring up a different part of this thing, and it goes through and it tells different things, like this is my life here with my family, and then this is our supermarkets here, and this is a supermarket in Portugal. My girlfriend's family lives in Portugal, and this is their surroundings, where ours is the beach and the woods. Theirs is the train stations. And she's from Africa, so there's African mentions here, where I'm from the US, so I have all US things here. US fishing versus Portugal fishing. So we have this great need to get information out to the individuals. And so I believe that you have to pass the baton and share and make that global connection.